Hello guys and welcome back to the final episode of this mini-series featuring the Cruiserweight Classic. I've really enjoyed doing this, so let's just go ahead and see how our shows have went over the past few months. Now, it hasn't been great, and like in terms of show ratings, but it's about booking what we have, and unfortunately a lot of these guys who are really top performers in real life just aren't seen as that in the game. But here we have a 54 show rating for our first episode of round 1. Our second episode was 44, significantly poor. We go down to a 47 then, go up to a 47 and back down to a 46, but then we go back up to a 55. Hopefully we can get this within 65 to 70, but as I say, I'm not really worrying too much about that. So just quickly, let's go into the pre-booking and see what our quarterfinals will be. Of course, in our next show it is the finals, we have named it, which will be quarterfinals, semi-finals, then ultimately the final. So we see here Adam Cole will be taking on Kota Ibushi. Akira will be taking on Alex Shelley, Noam Dar taking on Zack Sabre Jr. and Tommaso Ciampa taking on Johnny Gargano. Of course it won't be in that order, it will, I should have probably read this out in the order, but it will be Akira versus Alex Shelley first, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Noam Dar, Adam Cole versus Kota Ibushi, and then Gargano versus Ciampa after them. And of course, just to recap, the winner of the first two matches, the two winners of the first two matches will go up against each other, and then the last two will go up against each other as well, as that's how the brackets fall into place. But this is when we finally do away with the 4 brackets and we put it down to 2, narrowed it down to 2 brackets, which for the semi-finals. Of course, I'm not sure if that made any sense at all, but it did in my head. Okay, so let's go ahead, close that down. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording here, and we will just skip through to book the event. Thanks for watching, guys, again, and thanks for the support. But I'm just going to go ahead, pause, skip through, and then we can get this done. So the show has been booked finally, and we haven't went with any interview segments in this one. We've got a few videos, but I really want to focus on the action itself, so that's what we're going to do in the finals here. We have got a promo though later on in the event, but we start off the event with a video here, as you can see, and it's all 8 competitors taking part in the quarterfinals. Akira, Alex Shelley, Zack Sabre Jr., Noam Dar, Adam Cole, Kota Ibushi, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. And really, it's just to show, it shows, their tournament up to this point, and how they got there, all that there sort of stuff. So we go ahead with the next segment, which is our first match. Akira takes on Alex Shelley in a match it's not overly disappointing, subpar wrestling, non-existent crowd hate, fair enough. Alex Shelley defeated Akira by pinfall in the 13th minute with a shell shot. Akira's in-ring performance was 47 and Alex Shelley's was far better with a 71. But so he will be going up against the winner of, that's Alex Shelley of course, will be going up against the winner of Noam Dar and Zack Sabre Jr.'s match after that 58 rated match. Talking about that match, it is a 60 rated match, as Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Noam Dar in 13 minutes and 22 seconds by submission. Zack Sabre Jr. gets an in-ring performance of 75, completely dominating the in-ring performance aspect of the match. Of the match, as Noam Dar gets a 47 only. But so that will be Johnny Gargano versus no, it will be Alex Shelley, sorry, versus Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know. I was booking a bet with my Ring of Honor career mode, not career mode, game early on, so getting that there sort of mixed in my head. Next segment though is Adam Cole up against Kota Ibushi. Of course, the winner of this here will go up against the winner of Johnny Gargano's match and Tommaso Ciampa. So we have Adam Cole up against Kota Ibushi, as I say. Kota Ibushi actually defeats Adam Cole in this match just after 15 minutes, actually 15 and a half minutes actually, by pinfall after hitting a Golden Star Press. A 61-minute performance for Kota Ibushi and a 67 performance by Adam Cole in a 60-minute match. So not a bad match at all, pretty damn good. But we actually come on to the next match, which is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa's match. As Johnny Gargano actually, Gargano, I don't know why I was saying Gargano. Johnny Gargano defeats Tommaso Ciampa in 15 and a half minutes by submission with a Gargano escape. Maybe I gave away that result early on, but they both get a 46-minute in-ring performance, which isn't too bad, but the match itself ends up being a 47-minute match, and apparently Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano don't click, and that's why it's lower, which I don't understand, because they have excellent chemistry with each other in real life. Of course, that is real life though, so that's that's where the difference comes. But we go to our next segment, which is another video, and it shows Adam Shelley, Zack Sabre Jr., Kota Ibushi, and Johnny Gargano, and it's sort of the build-up of the build-up of their whole sort of beating their opponents. It's sort of like a recap to the audience. But we go on in a 75-minute match, fantastic match, when Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Alex Shelley in 15 minutes by submission. Zack Sabre Jr. getting a 75-minute in-ring performance and a 71 in-ring performance by Alex Shelley. That's probably our best rating so far for a match. Fantastic match. But then we go on to our next match in the semi-finals, when Ibushi takes on. I'm so sorry about that. That kind of screws up the progression of the video. But Kota Ibushi takes on Johnny Gargano in this second match of the semi-finals. Also the final match of the semi-finals, as Kota Ibushi actually goes over and defeats Johnny Gargano in just under 17 minutes by pinfall. A 58 in-ring performance for both. It was 58 for Johnny Gargano and a 68 for Kota Ibushi, in a 60-minute match overall. So just to give the competitors a bit of a break, we have a 7-minute promo with Triple H Paul the Fake, as he just kind of does the whole thank you to everybody, thanks for coming along, all that sort of stick, and it's really just to give the competitors rest, sort of to put that across, and and to thank people for the help and making it happen, all that there sort of stuff. But we go on to the final match now in a 73-minute match, not bad at all. In a 74-minute in-ring performance for Zack Sabre Jr. and a 68 for Kota Ibushi, as Zack Sabre Jr. is crowned as a Cruiserweight Classic winner after defeating Kota Ibushi by submission just under 20 minutes. Fantastic match. I'm happy we went out on a high there. But let's go to our 66-minute segment as Zack Sabre Jr. celebrates. 70-minute overall, and I just want to say, thank you for supporting the series here. Just thanks a lot for supporting the series. I'll probably talk about this here more in a different video when I've been doing Ring of Honor, but thank you very much.